right, beautiful people. Let's hear it. Marvin's in the house. We're going to talk real quick about washing away low self-confidence. Whoop, whoop. Yes, indeed. I'm fired up, and it is true. I am doing a live broadcast right in the middle of a car wash. You know why I am? Hello, my dad is on the phone. Very good. Live broadcast. Great to see you, Dad. Can't wait to see you tomorrow and spend some quality time on that golf course. So here I am. I'm pulling up. Okay, and now I'm stopped in the car wash doing my first ever live broadcast for Periscope while in a car wash, because you see the name of my car, I've nicknamed my car's name is Midnight, and Midnight right now is all dirty. Well, you hear that? She's getting shined up. So you see, she had low self-confidence. She wasn't all pretty on the road just now for the last week because there was a whole lot of dust, and then there was some rain that came on the car. Then there was a couple of birds. You know what I'm talking about. Birds. Hey, Green, how you doing? Blackout kids in the house, welcome. Please press that little Periscope man and give those hearts, because this is going to be pretty cool. Yes, my first ever Periscope broadcast while I'm in a car wash, literally. You can even see it. See that? See? Woo, woo! Yes, I'm feeling nuts. I'm excited. I'm excited about a lot of things, and I'm going to talk to you about something that's really serious, because our tonight is how to kill low self-confidence. Now, can you hear me? Even though you hear that loud, supreme car wash. I know it's supposed to be crazy. You can't be serious and professional all the time. Tab Turner's in the house. Hey, Tab, I'm in the midst of a car wash on purpose, having a Periscope on purpose in a car wash, trying to be nuts. You know why? JC Realty Group's in the house. I love rock. Very good. The reason why is because although I'm getting older, that doesn't mean you have to grow up. Brad Bauer is here. Thank you for joining again, Brad. And by all means, you can hit that little Periscope man and send out those hearts. Thank you for those hearts. Appreciate it. Carly's in the house. Yes, I literally am in a car wash. Actually, I'll show you. Yes, and I've never seen anybody do a Periscope broadcast while they're in a car wash. So I did one, okay? And so what we're going to talk about is help. My self-confidence is terrible. Well, or you can say attitude, whichever one. Look, my attitude is terrible. Go to MarvinLeBlanc and you'll see, I don't know, there's thousands of tweets that I do at # MarvinLeBlanc, okay? And then, oh, here's another one that says here, oh, # Marvelous Scopes. Okay, now what is that about? Okay, so here's the deal. I went through a lot of trouble and challenges in my life, as did a lot of you. And so I found some key ways to trick your subconscious mind long enough to where you get into action. And so here's the deal. On a serious note, a lot of times people just need ways to have 20 or 30 seconds of courage so that they can follow the right path and make the right choice. And so here's some things that have happened in my life. First of all, this is a vulnerable thing I'm just going to share with you, and that is that when you go through your life, if you're like me, and you can share some hearts on this, JQ barbecue, boy, I love some good barbecue, and I like it with sauce. Although I have a friend of mine in Texas, oh man, he thinks I'm a nut because I like barbecue with sauce, and he doesn't cook with any sauce. But let's get back to what we're really talking about, and that is, as you go through life, there's going to be times that you're going to have low self-confidence. Are you with me? Say yes. Anybody can feel that? Do you go through times where you have low self-confidence? So here's the deal. When you're going through some low self-confidence and you're just needing 20 or 30 seconds of courage, here's some things that you can do. First of all, when I wake up in the morning, that first 20, 30 minutes, I'm not that happy. I'm not that talkative. Because you see, I've had a total of about 11 surgeries. I think it could be more, but I think it's been about 11 surgeries. And so as a result, I'm stiff, and I have to really do a job. Hang on just one second. One thing you should never do, and I don't do, and I don't encourage you to do, and that is that whenever you're doing a Periscope, you should never drive. And so I just drove away from the car wash, and now I'm pulling up. I'm going to show you these beautiful oak trees. You see that? You see those very beautiful oak trees? So I love trees, and I love trees especially after Hurricane Katrina. You know why? Because we lost hundreds of thousands of trees, and I don't like killing anything. I don't want to hunt and kill an animal. I'll go hunting with my camp boys, but I don't want to kill anything. And I'd rather be back at the campground cooking a jambalaya, or maybe cooking a gumbo with my dad. So let's get back to self-confidence. Sometimes you have to trick yourself into getting yourself motivated. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm not feeling all fantastic. So one of the things that I do is I will get in front of that mirror, and I will proclaim to myself the 3 I love yous. And the 3 I love yous are actually in the last part of my book. My book is called Come Hell or High Water, Life Lessons from Hurricane Katrina by MarvinLeBlanc. And that book obviously was written after my experiences with Hurricane Katrina. You can find it. It's an Amazon Kindle bestseller. You can also go to MarvinLeBlanc.com, and if you would like it to be autographed, just buy it from MarvinLeBlanc.com, and I'll send it to you. The 3 I love yous is an affirmation, and it goes like this. I look at myself in the mirror. Maybe I'm exhausted. Maybe I'm low in self-confidence. Maybe I didn't get the love that I thought I should get that particular day or that particular week from either my family, my friends, my co-workers, my relatives. And there's going to be times where all you have is you. There's going to be times that people are going to be loving you with all that they have, even though they're not loving you in the way you need to be loved. And so when you are in that dark place, and I have been into many of those dark emotional spots, you have to find tips to get your subconscious mind to do what it needs to do so you can make it a great day. So affirmation number 1, I'm looking at myself in a serious way into the mirror, and I say to myself, I love you. I love you. I love you. Now listen to me. I'm not talking about a narcissistic kind of love. I am talking about a deep, intrinsic self-love. I am talking about an emotional love of yourself for who you are, and celebrating all of your imperfections. I'm talking to you now, and hopefully you can understand my Cajun accent, but what you may not know is about 15% of my tongue has been removed. So overall, when you consider the Cajun accent and 15% of the tongue removed, maybe you might think my articulation overall is pretty impressive. So remember, when you're in that dark place, and guess what? You can do the 3 I love you affirmations at any time, at any place. I love you. I love you. I love you. That's affirmation number one to help you build your confidence. When all you have is you, remember to take care of you. Now let me give you a little story. If you go on any airline, Southwest Airlines is the one I travel on the most, primarily because they're humorous. And by the way, humor is a serious thing, guys. You need to have humor in your life. If you're too busy to laugh, you're too damn busy. Did y'all catch that? Man, that one's worth writing down. If you're too busy to laugh, you're too damn busy. Okay, so I go to Southwest Airlines because a lot of times they're funny. I think some of them do stand-up comedy. They do that routine first before they actually go into comedy. But when the stewardess tells you all the safety things, and they're going through, in the unlikely event that there is a change in cabin pressure, the air mass is going to fall from the ceiling. What they don't tell you is, and when the air mask falls from the ceiling, put it on your spouse or put it on your kids first. That's not what they say. Thanks for the hearts, I appreciate it. What they say is, when the mask falls from the ceiling, put it on your own face. What they're saying is, you can't save somebody else if you're not alive. You cannot save someone else if you're not alive. So you have to do some self-care. And that's where the 3 I love yous come in. The next thing that you can say is, I will start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. Say that. I don't care if you're over there right now with the family there. You can be goofy as hell. It's okay. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. We have to be responsible. So Gooseberry is in the house. Hey, Gooseberry, thank you for coming on. I'll start this way in a positive. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. We have to be committed to being resilient. We have to be responsible for our own attitude. Gooseberry is all the way in United Kingdom. Here I am, a South Louisiana Cajun boy that grew up in a house, a frame house on cinder block buildings, talking to somebody from United Kingdom. That's out of control good. That's an amazing experience. Okay, so self-confidence starts with the right affirmations. One of the affirmations that you can implement right away is the 3 I love yous that I just shared. The second affirmation is, I'll start this day in a positive way, and I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. I was reading the notes and so I forgot. See, I'm imperfect. Isn't that great? But guess what I am? I am a masterpiece in progress. And for my family and friends who know me, I cut up a good bit. I am the TPC, and that is Total Cajun actually TCP. See, I'm almost dyslexic. TCP, Total Cajun Package. All right. Now, the last 5 things that I'm going to try to ask you to do this weekend. Start right away on these 5 things. Can you embrace putting aside your ego and being open to this concept? Every chance you get this weekend, when you need to say these words, will you please say these words to your family, friends, coworkers, or neighbors? Phrase number 1, I'm sorry. Phrase number 2, I was wrong. That is so liberating. I was wrong. Number 2, number 1 is I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Gooseberry. Number 2, I was wrong. Number 3, and I'm saying all of these where you mean it, thank you. We live in a world that has sometimes lost the attitude of gratitude, okay? When you say thank you, don't just say it haphazardly. Say thank you and mean it, okay? Remember what your parents taught you. Okay, manners still matter. Manners still matter. Actually, manners matter more. Right now, we need more love in the world. We need more hugs in the world. Okay, if everybody mandatorily in the world had to hug 3 strangers, and not in no sexy way, okay, hug 3 strangers and really mean it every day of their life, there'd be less crime, there'd be less violence, there'd be less molestation, there'd be less death. Okay, so number 1, I'm sorry. Number 2, I was wrong. Number 3, thank you. And thank you, Gooseberry, for posting that. Okay, this next one, oh my goodness. I see so many people struggle with this next phrase. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Could you please realize it's not always about you? Can you be happy for somebody else? I'm happy for you. Okay, you don't have to covet. Be happy for someone that succeeds. Listen, I'm a personal coach. I'm a professional speaker. I'm an insurance entrepreneur. Okay? I'm happy when other people succeed. Okay? It doesn't bother me if somebody else is succeeding at the world's perceived materialistic level. That's not who my judgment day is going to be with. Okay? So be happy for other people. Okay? For me, what matters, my wealth, is in how can I serve other people. It's about being other-centered. We live in a society that is way too connected to the me syndrome instead of the we syndrome, meaning us together, not just you getting all of what you want. So let's review. Number 1, I'm sorry. Number 2, I was wrong. Number 3, thank you. Number 4, I'm happy for you. And number 5, oh, this is profound. Your world and your self-confidence will drastically change when you can say what I am fixing to say and mean it. Are you ready? I know Gooseberry's ready. Ava Hosting is getting in the house. Ava Hosting, you're almost at the end of my scope, but baby, it is alive and well for you at catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc. So you can find my replay at katch.com/MarvinLeBlanc. And here is the last phrase that if you will embrace this last phrase, it will change your level of self-confidence. So glad you're here, Ava. And here's the last phrase. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Why is that important in self-confidence? Your emotional intelligence will drastically improve when you realize you are not perfect, you are going to screw up, you are going to be wrong, and you are going to be sorry. Even whenever you don't admit it, others know when you're sorry. So would you just come clean and tell the truth to yourself first before you tell the truth to the rest of the people? Tell yourself first. Okay, please forgive me. With your kids, when you screw up with your kids, oh, don't act like you're a perfect parent. Mirzan is in the house. Don't act like you're a perfect parent. We all screw up. There's no picture in the dictionary of a couple that's a perfect parent. Okay? So when you're with your kids, and you know what? Like for instance, with my daughter, honey, I could have said that differently. Please forgive me. Honey, I could have thought that through more thoroughly. Can you please forgive me? Are there things that you've said to your son or daughter that you need forgiveness for? Of course. Did you ask for forgiveness? No. You know why? Because you thought you were so much into the authority figure syndrome that if you actually told them the truth, that they would see you less strong because you told them, I was wrong, I'm sorry, I screwed up, please forgive me. How are they going to learn forgiveness if they don't learn forgiveness from you? Okay? The number one thing that my father used to do is he wasn't just beating my ass all the time, okay? Lots of times what he would do is he would sit me down and ask me these questions and make me think it through. He would make me think through all these questions. Quite frankly, if he would have just whipped me, it would have been over a lot faster. But no, he used the Socratic method on me, and I didn't even know what Socratic method was. I certainly at that age didn't even know who Socrates was. So that's what my message is for you tonight. If you're suffering from self-confidence, low self-confidence, because whether you admit it or not, you do. What about a millionaire? What about, a billionaire? What about Donald Trump? Oh, they don't suffer from low self-confidence. Oh my goodness, the hell they don't. They suffer from low self-confidence. They suffer from self-consciousness. They suffer from all kind of stuff. Here's the difference. Winners like myself, financially independent people like myself, what we do is we don't stay in low self-confidence. We have figured out a way to find a way to stimulate our subconscious mind to where we know the ways to gain 20 or 30 seconds of courage so that we can move towards instantly making ourselves more self-confident. The originator of Perry 10K is in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Perry 10K, PERI10K.com/join. This is a platform of collaborators that are on Periscope, that support each other, that are here for each other, that help each other with our self-confidence issues, that are game changers, that are trying to change the world. If you have a message and you want to be optimistic and you want to make a difference in the world, then you need to look at PERI10K.com/join, because in no time at all, I'm telling you, within a week, your attitude will change. Yes, there is a hurricane in Mexico right now. I think her name is Hurricane Patricia. And we do need to pray for those people, because dealing with a hurricane, in my own situation, as you know, I lost a home, I lost an office, I lost 9 employees, and I lost 68% of my income in the first 100 days right after the storm. I had good family support, but nevertheless, I was homeless and having to depend on family just literally while the storm was occurring. So I want to give that message. I'm excited. It's Friday night, and this weekend you're going to be challenged more than likely to be with family and friends, and you're going to be challenged with your own self-confidence, and I strongly suggest for you to try those affirmations. What's the affirmations? I love you, I love you, I love you. What's the other affirmation? I will start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. What are those other phrases? I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm happy for you. Please forgive me. And what's that other one? Thank you. And I'll end with that. I thank you. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you gumbo. And good night from the car wash that I just went through. The first Periscope I ever knew that someone actually did a Periscope live broadcast inside of a car wash. Bye for now. Have a great weekend. Please drop me an email, by the way, to tell me about your experiences at MarvinLeBlanc speaker @gmail.com. That's MarvinLeBlanc speaker @gmail.com. Use what you learned. I'm here to serve. Thank you. I love you.